Puebla City is filled with culture, architecture, history, traditions, delicious food, and home to the biggest pyramid in the world. And also where the Cinco de Mayo battle took place. Puebla is characterized by kind people, pleasant weather, and quite cheap to visit, making it one of the best destinations in Mexico. Truly a hidden gem. In this video, we provide the definitive guide to visit the city of Puebla. Zócalo and Historic Center. The Historic Center is a series of streets that converge in the main plaza or park named Zócalo. The streets are walkable, colorful, and full of history, so be sure to bring comfortable shoes and enough space in your camera. Next to the Zócalo, you'll be greeted by a huge cathedral, which was built around the 1600s. Independent of your religion, you'll be amazed by its architecture and its size. The whole city is filled with old churches with history embedded in its walls, and also you'll find designs with historic facts. Some even have interesting legends, like this church that was used as a front during the French invasion and was bombed. The legend says that a god statue inside covered his ears and closed his eyes, and has kept that way since. It's also amazing that many buildings from 300 years ago or more are used today as stores, hotels, restaurants, schools, and more. The Historic Center is like a history and architecture museum where almost anywhere is worth a picture. You can visit iconic places such as the Palafoxiana Library, which was built in the 1600s and it's the first public library of America. Although unfortunately we found it closed since it was closed on Monday. You'll also find museums such as the Carolino, where we found old maps painted in traditional ceramic style named Talavera. You'll also find many buildings covered in Talavera. Foods. Coming to Mexico means food. And it's no secret that Mexico has one of the best cuisines in the world. And Puebla is one of the most important representatives in this area. You need to try tacos árabes, which is a taco with pork meat with a unique spice. It has pita bread and a special salsa. Don't be misled, these tacos are not regular tacos. They are exclusive to Puebla, and their taste is something else. The best way to have this experience is to visit any restaurant called La Oriental, which are distributed in most of the city, and maybe eventually try some at any street taqueria. Puebla is also famous for its semitas, which are characterized by this bread with a unique taste and texture. Again, don't be misled, it's not a regular hamburger bun, not even close. It has Mexican ingredients such as quesillo, a herb called papalo, and more. You definitely need to try it out. Talking about food in Puebla requires a video on its own. So let us know if you're interested in one. Los Sapos. Near El Zócalo in the Historic Center, you will find Los Sapos. Here you will find a small market with many people selling handmade or artisanal items to take back home to friends and family. You will also find some snacks like these prepared purple corns, all fresh, that cost us only 30 pesos, about $2. You'll be delighted by its flavor. You can also get some nieves, which are like an ice cream, but it's water based and usually made with fresh fruit. All natural with no artificial colorings or stuff. Our favorite is with this guy that has many amazing flavors that you probably haven't tried, like pitaya or tuna. They cost only 30 pesos each, about $2 US. If you come back at night, you'll be captivated by its bohemian streets, its picturesque buildings, and various talented musicians playing songs gives a unique vibe. The lights and the vibes make this street perfect for your Instagram photos. And just straight away, you find another small market with art and antiques. Analco. If you continue walking from this antique market, you'll find Cinco de Mayo Boulevard, where a structure called El Ángel de Puebla. And crossing this boulevard is a park with big trees to rest under. In this occasion, we were here for Dia de Muertos and found lovely decorations and a fair was going on with lots of foods and treats. If you continue walking, you'll find yourself back in time with these amazing rock floor streets, very old houses and churches where some locals still live in. San Francisco Church. At about 5 or 10 minutes walk, you'll find the San Francisco Church. But before getting there, you'll stumble upon the Bubas Bridge. It's a bridge from the 17th century, recently discovered and rehabilitated for tourism purposes. If you access, you'll find lots of history. It's an interesting pathway, and when you're out, you'll find this amazing church so you can admire its architecture and take some awesome pictures. Loreto Fort. If you're from the US, you probably know Cinco de Mayo, but it's not Mexico Independence Day. It's when Mexico defeated the French invading troops. You can access the forts, which today are museums. It's an interesting tour with old canyons and weapons, especially if you like history. But around this area are parks and other museums, like the Evolution Museum, which narrates the story since the Big Bang, mineral and planet formation, evolution, and many dinosaur fossils found in Mexican soils, and also up to human evolution. El Parián. You can also visit this colorful street market called El Parián in the historic center. Here you can find typical Mexican candy, souvenirs, and especially Talavera style products that are famous in Puebla. We have noticed here that prices are generally cheaper than anywhere else. In this occasion of Dia de Muertos, we found beautiful holiday decor, and it's another great place to take some of your pictures. Cholula. If you visit Puebla, you need to go to Cholula. From the Zócalo in this historic center, an Uber will cost you about 80 to 100 pesos, about $5. La Zona Archaeológica or archaeological zone of Cholula, there you will find the biggest pyramid in the world, and yes, it's there, not in Egypt, but in Puebla. There you can head up to the church that's on top of the pyramid, but just be aware that the way up can be tough, so take comfortable clothes and shoes, bring some water. When you get to the church, you will find a store and bathrooms. This church is beautiful, and if you're lucky and the air quality is good, you might see the volcano that's behind. After this visit, you can head down to the archaeological zone where you will find ancient ruins where the pre-Hispanic cultures lived. You will see their ritual places and lots of information and interesting facts, and the structures alone are beautiful. You can also climb a pyramid here. Heading to the exit, you will find another market with lots of souvenirs, snacks, and food. Cholula Zócalo and Convent. Heading out of the archaeological zone, you can enjoy the colorful streets of Cholula, heading towards the Zócalo. On your way, you will find lots of restaurants and stores selling interesting stuff. In the Zócalo, it's also filled with huge trees, where you can rest and more food stalls. You know, when you come to Mexico, you come to eat. But also you will find an old convent named Convento Franciscano, which is 500 years old with amazing architecture. Puebla has many ways of transport. There's an airport about 40 minutes away from the historic center. There's also a bus station with buses to almost any state in Mexico. But here you can also find buses to other towns in Puebla which are worth visiting, like Cuetzalan, Zacatlan, Aclisco, and more. During your walks in the historic center, you will find lots of police patrolling. Puebla is a high tourist area, so it's considered safe. Especially Europeans are the main tourists here, and people are very welcoming. Most will go out of their way to try to help you. Regarding language, most people in Mexico know some English, especially the young generations. Also, due to its high tourist affluency, many businesses try to hire people with English skill. Many signs are in Spanish and English, so we consider Puebla to be comfortable for foreigners. Despite all the places mentioned, we might have shown like only half of the tourist activities you can engage on. Talking about all you can do in Puebla is tough, so we invite you to travel to this beautiful city and find out for yourself. Also, any questions, just leave it in the comments, give a like, and see you in the next one.